Alrighty, welcome back after Seeker, ladies and gentlemen, to another Meta Mondays episode in this Pokemon TCG Online series where we take a look at competitive decks from the past or the present in a Pokemon TCG Online meta, as well as decks that might or might. 47 A-Cap challenges to a battle with a colorless and a psychic deck. Maybe also metal, I'm not sure. We won the coin flip, will we go first? Yes, indeed, we shall go first. First, forever first. We start off with an interesting hand, to say the least. We have our Shaymin to start off. We have a Hex Maniac. I think I'll Ultra Ball away an energy and... Ooh, Shaymin there. Oh no, Scizor, Mega Scizor. Yucky matchup for us. So we will discard an energy. We'll discard maybe the Hex Maniac. I might just discard one Shaymin here. I kind of want to keep one energy and an Ultra Ball in my hand. So I'll discard the Shaymin, grab a Hoopa. We have two more Shaymins, fantastic. Alright, we are going to end our turn by playing down our Hex Maniac, I think. I will play down my Hoopa for a Rayquaza and two Shaymins. Can we find our Rayquaza? Yes, and there's our two Shaymins right there, hidden behind our Rayquaza. We will attach Metal Energy to our Rayquaza. We are not going to attach DCEs if we can avoid it. And then we'll attach the Spirit Link. We will play down our Shaymin for 3 more cards. We have an Ultra Ball to discard some cards if we don't find anything useful. Sycamore, Cobalion. Cobalion is pretty useful, I would say. So let's play down Cobalion. Then let's discard the Sycamore and... No, actually... but we might leave ourselves without a draw supporter then. Well, I'll do it. I'll discard the Sycamore and the Ultra Ball. Grab myself a Mega Rayquaza for the next turn. And then we will Shaymin for 4 more cards. Hopefully we can find ourselves a draw supporter for the next turn. And it's the Sycamore right there. Alright, fantastic. So let's Mega Evolve. Let's Hex Maniac. Do we Super Rods? No, we will not Super Rods. So let's end our turn here. Unfortunately, we will have to discard our Special Charge. We kind of need that card against my opponent's Scizor deck or Mega Scizor deck. Because without it, oh, there's an N, fantastic. It's going to shuffle back the Special Charge and the Super Rod into our deck. Without that Special Charge, we are just tied to our 4 DCEs. We need to work with the 4 DCEs. And there is our Special Charge again. So we'll have to discard it once more. We had to discard it in our previous hand. We have to discard it with this hand because we only have a Sycamore available to us. I do have my Skyfields, but Ooh, pass of the turn. Very bad start from opponents. Thanks to our Hex Maniac melee, I think. Let's attach our energy here. Let's Mega Turbo. All we need to do is bench one more Pokemon and we can get the knockout on this here Scizor-EX. Let's Float Stone our Shaymin. Let's Skyfield, and then let's Sycamore our hand away. This is gonna be important. I think our Hex Maniac might have actually saved us here. Might give us the win against Mega Scizor, because my opponent still needs to find 2 energies before he can power up his Mega Scizor. He needs to attach 1 energy and then Mega Turbo 1 energy. Oh my goodness, we miss out. We miss out on a Pokemon, so we don't get the kill here. That's gonna be very important. That we miss out on the knockout here. 150 damage only. I will attach to my Cobalion in the next turn. And then I will Sycamore my hand away again. And there's a Shaymin from my opponents for 3 cards. If I had known I would not find a Pokemon, I would have just Hex Maniac again for sure. Trubbish, that's also going to be important. And a Trainer's Mail. We will Lysandre whichever Scizor my opponent attaches to. That's going to be our plan. Lysandre at Scizor and put 150 damage on that Scizor. And then we should be fine for the rest of the game. Unless my opponent finds a 3rd Scizor and powers up that 3rd Scizor. And what does he find from the Trainer's Mail? Spirit Link, alright. It's actually quite unlucky that we didn't find any Pokemon there, because we have 4 Ultra Balls left still as well. We do see the Sycamore there from my opponent, discarding Mega Turbo, that's good, and Pokemon Ranger, alright. There is 1 less Mega Turbo, we will see here. How many more does he play? Can he find another Mega Turbo? Can he find an energy to discard? We will discard 1 Shaymin and 1 more Shaymin. Luckily we have our Skyfields. Hopefully we top deck an Ultra Ball, that would be fantastic if we could do that. Float Stone on the Trubbish. So it's definitely not GG yet. It is definitely not GG. An Ultra Ball for another Shaymin, possibly. We might just be able to take the game by Lysandrang out the Shaymins from our opponent. There's another Shaymin indeed, yes. Oh my goodness. All we need to do is Lysandre Shaymin, knock it out. Lysandre Shaymin, knock it out. And then Lysandre that Scizor and knock out that Scizor. Escape Rope. Let's promote our Shaymin with the Float Stone. My opponent wants to draw into some more cards here. Yeah, if I had Hex Maniac again, my opponent would not have been able to do any of this. Very unfortunate, our Sycamore. Let's see here. An energy on the Scizor on the bench, so we will Lysandre that Scizor, put 90 damage on it. And then we should be able to knock it out in the next turn. It's actually going to give us a knockout on this here Scizor EX. Interesting. And there's a Spirit Link. I will put this energy on the Cobalion, as I said before, and then I'll simply Lysandre that Scizor on the bench there. And do I counter the Stadium? I actually don't think I will yet. I'll keep my Stadium for the next turn. So we don't see immediately a counter from my opponent again. 90 damage on that Scizor. My opponent can Mega Evolve, but then he only puts 120 on us and we hit for the KO against the Mega Scizor. If we are a little bit lucky, there is the Max Potion. Oh my goodness, Max Potions. The Scizor on the bench and an N. We get ends. Well, now we need to find our Skyfield again. Can we do that? 2 Skyfields in the discard pile. We don't find our Skyfield. We don't find any Pokemon. What is going on here? Everything is turning around. All of a sudden, the match is completely turning around here in my opponent's favor. A Hoopa for my opponent for the Mega Scizor. Can we still win this match? That's what I ask myself here at the moment. I believe my opponent has a very good shot at taking this match now. There's the Mega Scizor. We'll get hit for 120. Because now we need to set up a Mega Rayquaza as well. This Mega Rayquaza is going to go down in the next turn, possibly if my opponent can power up another Mega Scizor with a Mega Turbo. And we might not even get the kill here. A Spirit Link, no need for that. Let's put the energy on our Cobalion and let's go for the N. Please give us something useful, the Stadium and an Ultra Ball. There's the Stadium, Rayquaza, alright. We hit for 120 now, that's just 10 shorts, so we need another Pokemon on our bench. At least we have the Rayquaza. At least there's that. Let's take a look here at our Trainer's Mail. Super Rod, might as well grab it. We will then take a look at this Trainer's Mail. A Hex Maniac or a Lysandre. Completely useless. Well, let's grab the Lysandre. We missed out on another Pokemon to bench. Can you believe it? Well, let's shuffle back our Shaymins into our deck then. And let's hit for the near miss here for the KO. Yes. Very, very unfortunate. I cannot believe what's happening here. I might just Sky Return my Shaymin against the Mega Scizor for the KO. Might just do that. We needed this KO so badly, but we couldn't get it. There's another Scizor. Maybe all of our Pokemon are prized, I guess. Maybe that's the case. But I do think I saw them in my deck when I used my Hoopa before. An energy on a Scizor on the bench. And then we will see the KO onto our Rayquaza. We have one more Mega Turbo. An N, fantastic. The N. Can we finally get a good hand from the N here? Can he find his Garbodor? That's another question. We don't want to see the Garbodor. There's a Rayquaza, but again, not a very good hand. We needed our Hoopa. Or we need an Ultra Ball for another Hoopa. If we have another Hoopa. And there's Garbodor. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, well, well. So let's promote our Shaymin with the Float Stone. Get the Shaymin off our bench. We are going to attempt to Lysandre my opponent's Shaymin with our Rayquaza for 1-hit KOs. Grabs the first 2 prizes of the game. Can you believe it? My opponent actually grabbed the first 2 prizes. A DC, alright, time to Sky Return. We will Spirit Link the Rayquaza on our bench here. Then will we use our VS Seeker for a Sycamore maybe? discard the Lysandre. Or do we N? I think I might just N. Let's see, let's put the Float Stone on our Hoopa, and then let's go for the N here. Yes, let's keep that Lysandre in our deck. What do we find? Mega Rayquaza, Mega Turbo, excellent. Do we have our Special Charge still? We do not. But we have plenty more DCEs, which we for some reason cannot seem to find. So let's Mega Turbo right here onto our Mega Rayquaza. I'm going to keep the Shaymin in hand for now. Maybe not actually. Let's bench the Shaymin. Or maybe not, because my opponent might have a Lysandre. So we'll keep it in hand. We will hit for the Sky Return for the kill against the Mega Scizor. Promote our Hoopa. And then in the next turn, maybe we can find ourselves a Skyfield and bench a crap ton of Pokemon. The Shaymins and another Rayquaza. And then we might be able to one-hit KO my opponent's Pokemon. All we need to do is really bench one Pokemon and via Seeker for a Lysandre on my opponent's Shaymin. And then do that again. There's the energy on the Scizor. Do we see the Mega Scizor? Another Scizor comes down. There's no special energies in play to discard from my opponent at the moment. A Float Stone on the Shaymin. Alright. And then, does he have anything in his hands? Anything useful? Via Seeker maybe? He should have some more draw supporters for sure. Plenty more actually. Has he used the Super Rods? He has not. I wonder if he plays the Super Rods. Maybe his other Mega Scizors are prized and he does not have a Super Rods. That would be amazing. And there's a Sycamore. He was thinking of Lysandre, I think, Lysandre something on our bench, and that is good. That is good. Or I mean, I'm happy that I did not play down my Shaymin, because what he could have done is he could have Lysandre our Shaymin if I would have benched it, then promoted the Scizor-EX and knocked down our Shaymin with the Gale Thrust. So I'm very happy I did not play down my Shaymin there. I think that was a good decision after all, to get the Shaymin off my bench, or keep the Shaymins off my bench. We did see the Mega Scizor. I'm not sure why he evolved the other Scizor though. Was that a misplay? Maybe he's got an Ultra Ball and he can Super Rod right here for the Scizor, then Ultra Ball for the Mega Scizor. Maybe that's why he evolved this here Scizor, I'm not sure. Kinda strange. Or maybe he has a Mega Turbo in hand or something. There's a Cobalion, an Energy, and the Mega Scizor. Alright. Promotes the Scizor, is just going to attack us with that Scizor. What? Gale Thrust. Alright, so we can actually knock out the Scizor here. If we can get a little bit lucky and find ourselves a Skyfield. No Skyfield. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe our Skyfield is prized. What we will do here is we will thin out our deck a little bit, grab the N. We are going to go for the Lysandre on the Shaymin. So let's play down another Rayquaza. I think. Then let's attach DC to our Mega Rayquaza. Let's Float Stone one of these Rayquazas. And we will not play down the Shaymin here. We'll simply Lysandre the Shaymin from our opponent, knock it out with our Mega Rayquaza. And then in the next turn we will Lysandre again for the final KO. And that is going to be our plan here. Emerald Break for 120 damage. What do we get from the prizes? A DCE and an Ultra Ball. Fantastic. Alright. Hopefully we don't see an N here. An N would be kind of bad. We will be able to hit for a little bit, but then after that my opponent might be able to kill our Rayquaza. So if we hit for 120 now and my opponent then hits us for... Well, no, if my opponent hits us now for 120, then we hit for 120 back, and then he hits for 120 for the KO. And all we have left then is our Cobalion on the bench. I can still attach a DCE here, but if he ends us, I will have to be lucky to find a DCE. Parallel City. Why does Parallel City not... Oh, he Parallel City'd himself, got the Shaymin off his bench. Interesting. Very interesting play here. That is going to make this match a tad more close, or a tad more interesting for sure. Mega Turbo, 2 Mega Scizors ready to go. Can you believe it? What an amazing turn here from our opponents. We need to find our Skyfield right here, right now. It's now or never. discards our DCE, does not discard the stadium. Can we find ourselves our Skyfield? I don't think we can. I could Sycamore, but then I discard my last VS Seeker. I might just want to Lysandre the Scizor on the bench there. One Escape Rope in the discard pile. 2 Float Stones. Yes, I think I will do that. I think my opponent might be out of any ways, of any means to retreat that Scizor. So let's go for the Lysandre on the Scizor on the bench. Let's also thin out our deck a little bit. We'll discard the N, we'll discard the Hex Maniac. We'll take a look at our deck here. Do we have the Skyfield? We did have the Skyfield after all. We'll grab another Mega Scizor, Mega Rayquaza. So I could have actually Sycamored here, and I could have found my Skyfield, maybe found some Shaymins, and then if I was lucky, filled up my entire bench possibly. I think there were 2 Shaymins in my deck, and we would have benched 1 Shaymin, that is then 7 Pokemon. No, we would not have been able to get the 1-hit KO, I think. It would have been very close. Let's Mega Evolve here. Let's hit for the Emerald Break for 120 damage. Does he maybe have another Max Potion? I'm still not playing down my Shaymins. Well, he can actually Lysandre my Hoopa. The Lysandre on... What is he going to Lysandre? That's going to be important. I don't think he can retreat his Scizor at the moment. Lysandres are Mega Rayquaza. Alright, we will retreat it with our DCE, and that is game then. I think we've gotten ourselves the game. The Lysandre decides the game right here. Very difficult matchup for us, but we seem to manage to take it in the end. And there's a pass of the turn, fantastic. Alright, another DCE, look at that. Let's retreat, let's give ourselves the KO here. I am going to play down Shaymin just for good measures, because, oh my goodness, noob. He says noob. He's a little bit lucky. Yes, very lucky indeed, because I totally did not have lots more DCs in my deck, like 2 DCs. But so skillless, I've never seen that. Skill-less, he means, I read that wrong. Let's have a look here. Is he going to raid some more, or will he concede? Overplayed all the game. Overplayed all the game, alright then. Yeah, sure did overplay there. I benched my Shaymins for sure a lot. And then there's a Sensor, so he probably said swear word there, swear word or 2. Is he going to say anything more? He is not. Alright then, let's get... And there is a concede. Alright, he did concede. Funny man here. My opponents. Sore loser much, I would say. Sore loser much. Well, if we would play again, I'm gonna be honest, we will probably lose against my opponent. So, I will say that. We will probably lose if we would play again, because Mega Scizor is really a tough matchup, and certainly when it plays 2 parallel cities, when it plays Garbodor and everything like that. But we did manage to take the win, and that is all that matters here. My opponent cannot deal with that, that is his problem. We will take a look here at the stats. 630 damage versus 470 from my opponent. Mega Rayquaza-EX MVP versus Mega Scizor-EX. I'm going to leave it here for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed the salt, if you enjoyed the rage from my opponent, and subscribe to my channel if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, that's totally fine. Then I wish you a Karp-tastic day, and I will maybe see you around in another video of mine.
Karp, 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 Karp.